So this exercise is looking at activating the core muscles. Laying on your back with your knees bent and feet on the floor, the first thing that you want to do is find what's called neutral spine. Neutral spine, when you're relaxed on a mat like this, what I often have people do is tuck their pelvis under or draw your belly button up. So tuck your pelvis under there. That will flatten your lower back. From there, you want to relax out of that. So just relax and you'll into a relaxed position. From there, you can take your hands and ensure that your fingers can slide underneath your back. Not your whole hand, but your fingers. You've got a little bit of space under there. That shows that you're in neutral spine. From there, I'll have you place your fingers back on top of your pelvis and just to the inside of your pelvic bone. So you'll feel those two bones, and then your fingers want to be just to the inside of that. The first core muscle that we're going to activate is called the transverse abdominis. To activate the transverse abdominis, you're going to draw your belly button towards your spine. So it's a gentle contraction. You're drawing your belly button towards your spine. When you do so, your lower back will not move. So you don't want any movement in your lower back or in your pelvis. It's simply drawing your belly button towards your spine. For some people, envisioning getting into a tight pair of jeans, doing up the zipper or button is the same thing. So that cue can sometimes help. So that's how you activate the transverse abdominis. The transverse abdominis is in the front part of your stomach, and it runs from side to side. From there, the next muscle to activate is your pelvic floor. The pelvic floor is a group of muscles between your legs. To activate the pelvic floor is to pretend like you're peeing and stopping the flow. To do so, you'll feel that between your legs. While you activate the pelvic floor, still have your belly button still drawn towards your back. So ensure that you can do both at the same time. You'll feel a little bit of pressure under your fingers as you draw your belly button towards your spine, and then engaging the pelvic floor. The third muscle is the multifidus muscle, and that's located in the lower back. It's a deep muscle in the lower back that helps us stabilize the lower back. This multifidus muscle will be already activated as it's activated through the contraction of the transverse abdominis and the pelvic floor. The fourth muscle, so we've done the front being the transverse abdominis, the bottom being the pelvic floor, the back being the multifidus, and then the fourth one is the top one, which will be the diaphragm, which we use to breathe. So what we want to ensure is that your tummy can rise and lower and that you're able to breathe. So while you're breathing, draw your belly button towards your spine, pretend like you're peeing, stop the flow to engage the pelvic floor, and that's how you recruit all of the spinal stabilizing muscles or core muscles. When you do this exercise, you're looking to hold this contraction for 15-20 seconds and then relax and then do it again. And you can look to do 10 to 15 repetitions of this and 1 to 3 sets as you get started and familiar with this, with activating these muscles.